Alright, back to Exit Corners. Chapter 22, Peace. Of course, the next one just says September-ish, so I'm probably not going to be doing that one anytime soon. Come on, let me skip the recap already. Skip. Okay. Liza. What's the matter? I need you to come with me. Huh? Why? I need to talk to you. Privately. Whoa, hold the phones. You can't just whisk Liza away and have her all to yourself. It's important to our escape. You sure that's a good idea, bud? We don't have a ton of time to kill, you know. I know, but this is important to our escape. I need you to trust me on this one, Sean. I don't know, man. Seems a bit fishy if you ask me. I say we let them go. Why's that? Ink knows more about this game than either of us. If he says it's important, I'm inclined to believe him. Well, okay. I trust you. Thanks, you two. I'll come back for you in a few minutes. Hey, don't I get a say in any of this? I don't want to say no, but no. Ink grabbed Liza by the arm and pulled her back towards the main hall. Somehow, Liza didn't protest. Ahem. He felt Liza slowing down as they entered the hotel's central hub. So, what do you want? We're not there yet. Keep walking. Ink motioned to a door that hadn't been touched in hours, grabbing a chair mid-stride. Here we are. Here? Why here? None will come looking for us here. Ink placed his chair down right in front of the door they'd just come through, blocking their exit. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Getting answers. Leaning back in the chair, Ink crossed his arms and donned the most dire countenance he could muster. What are you hiding, Liza? I'm not hiding anything. There's no sense denying it. There's been mounting evidence that you've been keeping something big from us for a long time. Now, I don't know what your secret is, mind you, but that's why I brought you here. You and I are going to stay in this hallway until you tell me what it is you're hiding. Don't be an idiot. You have no idea what you're doing. Yeah, I figured as much. Looks like we're going to be here for a while. Or you could just tell me right now and we could be on our merry way. That's not going to happen, Ink. First of all, I'm not hiding anything. Second of all, even if I were, I couldn't tell you. You know, hypothetically. Of course. And if you were, hypothetically, hiding something from us, why couldn't you share it? Is it too personal? Embarrassing? You think I'm withholding information because I'm embarrassed? Correct me, then. I can't. I just can't, okay? And I can't explain why, either. Can't or won't. Doesn't matter. Either way, you're not getting an answer from me. You think you can just grab people and interrogate them as you see fit? It's not cool, and it's not dramatic. It's just harassment. She really doesn't like me, huh? It's a standstill, then. Ink rustled about in his jacket and found his Gemini. Time for Plan B. Sent, I don't know what you're up to right now, but I've decided I wanted to talk to you anyway. I'm in the cavern thing, the one next to the boiler room. I'd like you to show up on the screen there. Who are you messaging just now? Does Sean still have his Gemini? You'll see in a moment. Maybe. I don't get... Another tremor? Does that mean Set detonated another charge? Indeed, it does. Why? I told you not to tell anyone that we've been messaging each other. Rules are rules, I'm afraid. That shouldn't have counted. I never actually told her anything. You were asking me to show up here, which would have given it away. Yeah, but I left the ball in your court. You didn't have to reveal yourself if you didn't want to. Then I sincerely apologize, Ink. Why won't we put this behind us? Water under the bridge. You blew up one of the foundations! Yes, no use crying over it now, my dear. Perhaps you'll forgive me if I can be of assistance. I assume there's a reason you wanted to see me, Tell me Lisa's secret. Ink, don't! I know you know, Scent. She won't tell me herself, so I need you to tell me instead. Oh, I'm afraid I can't do that, Ink. Not you too. I'm tired of this crap. You said you wanted to help me, right? This is your chance. Help me! I'm sorry, Ink. More sorry than you know. I understand you must be frustrated. Telling you Lisa's secret would be against the rules. Strictly speaking, I should not even be here right now. I mustn't veer the game from its optimal course. You made the rules, didn't you? Change them. Lisa... Yeah? Please explain to Ink, without going over specifics, why you cannot share your secret. Will doing so, violate anything? No. The girl bit her lip, eyeing the monitor with a gaze so sharp it could cut steel. Okay, I'm being blackmailed. Yes, there is something I'm hiding, but Scent made his terms very clear. If I tell anyone my secret, he'll issue me a penalty. Huh. So what exactly would happen if you told me? What's this penalty you're talking about? I can't say, not without revealing what I'm hiding. But you understand now, right? I'm not keeping this from you by choice. It's out of obligation. Yeah, I understand. Then let's head back. This whole thing was pointless. Ink shifted to the right, cutting Lisa off as she tried to edge past him. No. We're done here. I'm not telling you anything, and that's final. Yeah, I get that. I won't ask you to tell me. Hey, Scent. No response. Ink's voice rang against the walls. Scent, where the hell did you go? Apologies, I am here. Lisa's not allowed to tell me her secret, right? That is correct. I have prohibited Lisa from sharing it. I have also prohibited myself from sharing it, and thus everyone who knows is prohibited from telling me. I get that. Here's the thing, though. Am I prohibited from knowing it? I do not understand your question. According to the way you've worded this agreement, so long as no one divulges Lisa's secret, no penalty will be issued. That is correct. So what if I were to figure this secret out on my own? By your own admission, so long as no one outright tells me what it is, Lisa will be in the clear. Rules are rules, right? My. You really are full of surprises, aren't you? Is that a yes or a no? That is most certainly a yes. Yes. One moment, please. He's running off again? Ink? I don't know if this is a good idea. While I'm glad you are able to find a loophole in his rules, I don't think you'll be able to figure my secret out. We could be wasting valuable time. You want to be able to talk about this, right? Of course I do. Then I'll figure it out. You're not the only one who wants to be able to share this. I'm tired of being railroaded, of playing defense, of having my own head play tricks on me and not knowing how or why. This time, I'm making the first move. I have faith that whatever I learn about you is going to help us in the long run. If it's something that Scent doesn't want us to know, it must be important. Besides, I'm not going in blind. I have a good idea of where to start. Fret not, I've returned. Pardon the wait. Allow me to make this official. The monitor flared up as to punctuate Scent's statement. So this is a puzzle now? That's correct. Can you correctly guess little Lisa's secret? Get it right, and I'll permit you and Lisa to discuss it in private. If you can't figure it out, however, you may be here a while. With that in mind, do you accept? Only if it's okay with Lisa. I accept. Good. Indeed. Allow to take a proverbial back seat while you attempt to solve it. I'm going to start by going over what I already know or suspect. I've had suspicions about you for some time now, Lisa. As I mentioned earlier, there's been mountain hits that suggest you're hiding something. Odd behavior, general paranoia, extreme caginess. Congratulations! Let's start with some basic questions. Lisa, how do you spell your last name? The mere mention of Lisa's last name seemed to heighten her focus. She stood up straight and rattled off the letters with a rhythmic cadence. T-H-A-T-C-H-E-R. Great, thanks. Now how do you spell the word embezzlement?
Hey, what are you getting at?
Spell it out and you'll see. She crossed her arms, grumbling. The letters flew from her mouth like acid.
E-M-B-E-Z-Z-L-E-M-E-N-T. I still don't see what those things have to do with each other.
Oh, they don't have anything to do with each other. I was testing your spelling ability.
What?
I used words I thought might rile you up to disguise what I was after. Thatcher is your last name, so that doesn't really count for much. Embezzlement, though. That could be a tough word if you aren't familiar with it. You didn't have any problem spelling it, though. Not only did you spell it correctly, but you even spelled it quickly. Not bad for someone I originally suspected of being illiterate.
What? Who gave you that stupid idea?
Not fully illiterate, just developmentally challenged. I've always been weirded out by how slow you are at texting, and I thought this might have been an explanation. Clearly, though, you can read and spell. If that were the only thing I had picked up on, I might have thought you were dyslexic. There's more to you than that, though. I began to suspect you were hiding something big the last time we were in this very room.
This room? That was when you tricked Scent, wasn't it?
That's right. Though I managed to trip up Scent, there's still something that bothered me about that whole exchange. Remember how I managed to outsmart him by identifying a difference in the messages he gave us?
Well, yeah. I remember the gist of it. He said contestants to you, but contestant to me.
That's exactly right. You've got to wonder, though. Why?
I don't follow.
Why did he even need to make that delineation? Why didn't he just read the same message to everyone at once? Wouldn't that have been safer? Even if his mistake really was a subconscious one, did he really need to address me using contestants? Why didn't he use a generic message for each of the elevators? And then I realized, maybe it wasn't Aether and me who got a special message. Maybe it was you. Here's what I think. Scent has been feeding you special messages throughout this entire game.
That's an interesting theory.
Something else that's been bugging me is the speed at which you've managed to solve our 11th puzzle.
Which, puzzle was that?
Don't play dumb. I know you know which puzzle that was. Spell Jade.
Okay, yeah, what about it?
You seem to figure out the solution all on your own. How'd you know that A was 1 and J was 0?
Just a guess.
I know there's more to it than that. It's almost as if you had some very specialized knowledge that you're refusing to share. If I had access to the internet right now, I'm pretty damn sure I'd find something compelling.
How much longer are you going to keep at this, huh?
I'm nearly done, I promise. One more thing before I tackle this puzzle. Lisa, what's this? Ink held his palm outward, extending his middle and index fingers while curling the others back. Okay, so... peace sign?
2 fingers. You're holding up 2 fingers.
Gotcha. Well, that's about all I've got.
Think you can figure it out?
It doesn't matter what I think. I have no choice but to solve this. So I will. Ink approached the puzzle, took a deep breath, and tried to piece it all together. Great. Complete. It lights up. Check solution. It lights up. Clear. Interesting wording.
What do you mean?
Lisa was once. It's not what I was expecting, I guess.
You know I can't help you, right?
I know. I'm just thinking out loud. Just making sure, if I were to hand you this puzzle right now, you'd be able to solve it no problem, right?
What did I just say? I can't help you with this, Ink.
I'll take that as a yes, then.
What? I can't help you, remember?
I know. I just want someone to talk to, even if they don't talk back. Otherwise, I'm going to start talking to myself, and come on, nobody wants that.
Fair. So what's going on through your mind right now?
Right now, I'm actually trying to use the puzzle's interface as a clue.
How so?
For starters, it's only letting me type in a maximum of 5 letters into the answer field. That's too short to be an arbitrary limit, so I'm inclined to believe that the answer is exactly 5 letters long.
I see.
I mean, that's not necessarily true, but I think it's likely. Huh. Lisa seems pretty deep in thought. But doesn't she already know the answer? What's she thinking so hard about then?
Hey, Ink.
Hey, something the matter?
I want to hear you go over your rationale for the 5-letter answer again.
Sure. Why's that?
I just want you to walk me through your thought process.
Well, okay. Basically, it's only letting me type in a maximum of 5 letters into the answer field. That's too short to be...
But length is not definite.
Right. I guess there's no guarantee that it's 5 letters. Seems pretty likely, though.
Well, good luck, Ink.
What was that about? So it could be shorter than 5 letters. She backed off pretty hard following her last comment. What was up with that, anyway? But length is not definite? I get what she's saying, but I'm almost positive the answer is going to be 5 letters long. That's a pretty weird way to phrase it, too. I wonder. But length is not definite? I wonder. Is it just going to keep repeating? Forget it. I don't get what she's trying to tell me. Lisa was once. What, exactly? I'm going to need to think back on this one. I have all the pieces I need. I know it. Just gotta try to put everything together. What I wouldn't give for some internet access right now. It's probably 5 letters long. What's a relevant 5-letter word? Oh, and now it's just spelling it out. What was that? B-N? That voice from earlier. He was saying something, but got cut off. I think it started with the letter B. What do you want with me?
Ink, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't sound fine.
Just give a few minutes, okay? I'm trying to clear my head here. Okay, she's off my case for now. I can't panic, just gotta focus on that voice. It's trying to tell me something, clearly. Maybe it's trying to help? What was it saying? Bind? Who are you? Where'd you go? I know you're trying to tell me something. What is it? Blind, for the love of God! B-L-I-N-D. Are you serious? No way. Thanks, I guess? Hello? They're gone. Damn. Blind. That's the answer. It has to be. I don't know whether or not I should be more shocked that Liza might have been blind or that some disembodied voice was the one that told me. I guess I should probably input the answer before I worried about anything else. Alright, and... wow, you miss so much if you just do the puzzle and be done with it. Ink stepped back from the monitor, equal parts confused and awestruck. The pieces fit, but it isn't possible, is it? You were blind?
Ink, careful! You're bleeding again!
Giving the pain next to no thought, Ink ducked into the corner and retched. Can't let that slow me down. He wiped the blood from his face and tried to focus all his attention on Liza. Scent, is this true? Is she actually blind? Or was she? You seem surprised. Of course I'm surprised. You may talk about this amongst yourselves. No sharing this with any other contestants, you hear? I guess that'll have to do.
You know I wasn't keeping this from you on purpose, right? I've wanted to talk about this all day. I just couldn't.
I know. What happened, then? Tell me everything.
There's a lot to go over. You sure?
Everything.
God, where do I begin? For starters, I wasn't always blind. I lost my sight at the age of 4. Bad accident. My father doesn't like to talk about it.
And then she became Daredevil.
My memories from before that time are hazy at best, but I remember starting to learn to read and write. Sort of. I had to relearn pretty much everything. But with the help of the best homeschooler teachers in the country, I was prepared as I could be for the life ahead of me. So imagine my surprise when I woke up with the ability to see again. I thought I was dreaming at first. It's not uncommon for me to have dreams where I can see. I dropped that idea when I began spewing blood everywhere. The pain was too real. I composed myself eventually, gathered my things. That's when I found what scent had left for me in my bag.
You're Gemini?
That's one of them, but more importantly, I found this.
Lisa pulled a loose sheet of paper from her bag and handed it to Ink. Rough to the touch, the page hadn't a drop of ink on it. Braille. What does it say? She took the page back from him. Her hand glided across the page as she read the words aloud.
Good morning. Please read this message in its entirety. It relates to your newfound sight. I regret to inform you that you've been kidnapped. You have, however, been given a new pair of eyes with which to see the world. The gift of sight is a precious one, and I hope you do not squander it. Just as I have bestowed you with this gift, I am equally capable of taking it away. You will encounter a number of new faces today. If you mention that you used to be blind to any of them, I will rescind your vision without a second thought. The only person you may discuss this with is your father. You may contact him using the device provided with this note. I trust you will get used to using it in time. You have several hours before the door to your room unlocks. You will not be able to escape before then. I would suggest using this time to get used to your near sense. You have quite the facade ahead of you. Oh, and please be careful around these people. Some of them would see you harmed.
And that's
all.
That sure explains a lot, doesn't it? I've got to say, you faked it pretty damn well. If it weren't for the strange circumstances, I wouldn't have given it a second thought. How do you relearn everything so fast? Like, how do you relearn to read and stuff?
Some of it was still rattling in my head from before my accident. Even if I got stuck, tracing out the letters with my finger usually did the trick. Even blind people can recognize the shape of letters, you know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate anything. And, sorry if I ever gave you a hard time. I didn't know what you were going through.
If you're still sour about it when we escape, I'll shoot you an invoice.
What was that about rescinding your vision, though? Can you really do that?
Yeah, he can. I didn't believe him at first. I mean, how could such a thing be possible? Turns out that restoring my sight in the first place kind of throws the word possible out the window. Scent seems to be able to, turn off my eyes at will. He did it back during the elevator ride. I guess it was a reminder or something. He only did it briefly.
Ink let a short pause reign before moving on to the more personal questions. So, how is it, being able to see again?
Honestly, it's amazing. I'm excited and nervous all at once. This means so much for me, for my future. There had been some contention as to whether or not I'd actually ever inherit my father's company.
Oh? You made it sound like it was a sure thing.
I'd ask him every day about it. The answer would always be something like, we'll see, or that's still a long ways away. Part of me knows that handing the company over to his blind daughter would be seen as unprofessional, as much as it hurts to admit it. But I wouldn't stop trying, asking. I researched the company on my own time, stuff I wasn't supposed to read. All I wanted was to make sure that when the time came to pass the torch, Liza Thatcher was the best candidate. But now, my father seems just as excited as I am about my newfound vision. Finally, after years of pestering him, I got the yes I was looking for. I haven't discounted the possibility that he just wants to comfort his kidnapped daughter. Still, I'm so ready for the life ahead of me. That's why I have to make it out of here alive. I just have to.
I don't think I've ever heard you get this excited about something. Guess you really wanted to talk about this, huh?
More than you can imagine. There's so much left to learn. So much I don't understand. I don't even know what I look like. Didn't you know that?
Not at all.
I could describe my appearance with words, but I've never, seen myself. Not since I was little. Maybe you think it's stupid, but I want to know, you know? I've been told I look a bit like my mother.
That's gotta be exciting. I'm pumped for you, Lisa. Seriously. And not to overhype it or anything, but I think you'll be happy with what you see.
Thanks. Oh, and I almost forgot. My vision still isn't perfect. I've noticed I have some trouble when it comes to details.
What do you mean?
Sometimes details don't show up immediately. It's like they're there, but I don't notice them right away. And then when I notice the detail, it seems so obvious. I don't know how to explain it.
You mean like noticing if someone's pants are wet?
Yeah, or noticing the blood spattered on someone's jacket. Whether this is because I'm not used to using my eyes or because of whatever scent did to me, I couldn't tell you.
Huh. Anything else I should know?
That's about it, I think. What are you going to do now that you know my secret?
On its own, it doesn't tell me a whole lot. Still, I'm willing to bet that this is an important piece in the puzzle that is exit corners. The most interesting thing, to me at least, is the fact that Scent wanted you to keep this a secret. Why? I'm sure you don't need me to tell you this, but some really weird shit is going on.
Whatever's going on, we'll figure it out. If you manage to guess that I used to be blind, I'm willing to bet you can solve the rest of this mystery.
With your help, of course. I can't do it alone.
I'll do whatever I can. We should probably get back, huh?
Yeah, time to go. I mean, wouldn't Beth have noticed that she was blind when she was helping Liza type back in like chapters 1 and 2? Or 3 and 4? Can't even remember. Eh, whatever. Maybe she didn't scroll up. Adrenaline surged through Ink as he heaved open the Titanic door. Liza still thinks I solved that puzzle on my own. Makes sense. How would she know that I heard the answer in my head? But the voice back there helped me. Like it was looking out for me. Sort of. So you know what? Hallucination or not, until we get out of here, I'll take all the help I can get. If I know one thing for sure now, it's that exit corners can be beaten.
There they are.
What are those two doing here? Ink and Liza found themselves flanked by the two students. Jesus, where the hell were you two? Sean rapped on the nearby red door and then yelled at it. Hey, lovebirds, you can come back. We found him. Aether ran over to Ink and Liza, eyes swollen, and pulled both of them close in a vicious hug.
You're okay. I was so worried. Aether, I thought something had happened to you too.
She hugged them even tighter. Ink could feel a heaviness looming over him. He knew that something terrible had happened. What's going on? It's...
No.
I have to tell them, Aether.
I know, but...
She trailed off. Ink felt as though he already knew what she was going to say. Where?
Through the blue door.
Ink, don't just go, Ink. The other contestants assailed Ink with words, but he wasn't really listening anymore. He made his way to the blue door as fast as his tired body would take him. What Ink saw shouldn't have surprised him. By process of elimination, he already knew what was waiting for him on the other side of that hotel room door. Still, he couldn't help but scream. Alright, the green sleeve is Beth. Ink fell to his knees, crumpling as if he were made of paper, and wept at the idiocy of it all. And back in September-ish.